What's up, 8? What's up, Quentin? No, Schmitty Werberman Jaeger Jensen was number 1, 8. I need you guys to keep me updated with the football game. I made one single lineup. I didn't do NFL this week. Made one single lineup. So the only players I got in the game are, let me look, Kelsey and Nico, I think. And I got Kelsey, Nico, and Pacheco. It's the only 3 players I got in the game. Well, I got the Chiefs defense too. Life's going great. Need some money, but that's about it. So I could really use a takedown tonight. Give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. Guys, this slate relies on so much injury news. Luckily, most of it's going to come before lock. Philadelphia, Paul George and Yabasule are both questionable. And Drummond. Boston, Tatum, Porzingis, Horford, questionable. Evan Mobley's questionable. I don't really think Mobley plays. And I'm loving Jared Allen anyway. Like, even if Mobley plays, Jared Allen. Well, it's a 2-gamer. It's a 2-gamer, Michael. So, like, I got 3 players and a defense. So, most of my guys are on the other team. But I'm loving Jared Allen, even if Mobley plays. But I think Mobley probably sits. And then the big one, we're definitely not going to get it before lock, is DeAndre Ayton is questionable. If he sits, I want some Time Lord. What's up, Don? What's up, Shannon? Duval Nation over there. I went to a Titans game this year, and they were playing the Jaguars, and I had Jags fans all around me because the Titans are a poverty franchise, and I had to hear that shit the entire night. Duval. I'm like, damn, can y'all say something else? You like the Warriors-Wizards game? It's not bad. I like the... So, what's up, Chubbs? My strategy today is let's get this injury news and let's build around that. Really like Jaylen Brown today. Really like Jared Allen. And then Tyrese Maxey's going to look great if Paul George sits. Kelly Oubre's going to look a lot better. Yabasule, if he sets and Drummond plays, I think Drummond looks good. So I'm going to do things a little differently today, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go by the games. So first game up, Philly and Indy. Duval. Alright, I got Philly and Indy pulled up here by salary. Really like Paul George today, but he is questionable. If he goes, he's definitely in play for me, but I'm thinking he's going to miss. And if he misses, I'm loading up on the Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre. Not liking too much from the Indiana side. I said Indianapolis. Pascal Siakam definitely playable though. Don't mind him. Kind of the same with Turner. Dude, Chubb's perfect atmosphere for the guy. You get your shot to run the team, and you just let everybody down. It ruined my night because I hard swapped all over Jalen Williams. That sounds a little weird, but Miles Turner's fine. Tyrese Maxey, gonna be a core piece for me if Paul George misses. Gonna have a ton of them. What's up, Jose? Oh, guys, I forgot. In the DFS plays chat, I'm uploading my initial projections I'm using here. But when we get this injury news, these are gonna change heavily. Yeah, Chubbs. Tyrese Halliburton, I don't have a lot of interest there. He's pulling 17% ownership. I did like him as like a low-owned pivot play, but he's pulling way more ownership than I expected, so I'm not there. Kelly Oubre, if Paul George misses, I'm going to really like Oubre. No interest in Mathurin. Not interested in Yabusele, and he's questionable. Nimhard, don't mind him in some GPPs. We got our first batch injury news here. Ah, man. Al Horford is out. Porzingis is out, but Tatum is going to play. So, we got that. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. My wife texted me and said it's a little loud on the stream. That ain't better. So, Nimhard, just a GPP play for me. No interest in McConnell. Obi Toppin, GPP play. Eric Gordon is intriguing at only 4K, depending on how this injury news breaks, and if he's starting, I like him. Justin Edwards, exact same thing. If we get Justin Edwards starting, because Paul George is sitting, cool with it. Andre Drummond's going to look great if Yabusele is out. 5,600, don't like the price for him though. And the rest of these guys, really no interest. Let's move it over to Boston, where things are about to get a lot different. You kind of need to see their starting lineup. I like Chubbs thinks that Luke Cornett is going to start, but I want to wait and see an official lineup first. Go ahead and take them out. But I believe they're going to start Drew, White, Tatum, Brown, and Cornett. So, I think Jason Tatum's in play. I was really hoping he would set, but I think I really like Jaylen Brown still. Atlanta struggles versus the 2-guard. He's 8,100. Been playing decent basketball. I still like JB. Just wish Tatum would have been out, but looks good. Derek White, I did like if he was going to be out, but looks like he's going to play, so not really interested in Derek White. He has not performed lately at all. Peyton Pritchard probably get an extra minute or two tonight with those guys setting, but at 5,500, I can't get there. It is a great matchup, but not going to be there. Cornett, I assume he's going to start over Chieta, and he's going to look fantastic. Cornett usually makes the most of his opportunities when he gets starts. Going to be probably a cornerstone of my lineups today. Yeah, Brown does ball versus the Hawks. Has he played them recently? No. He was hurt the last time. No, he put up 43 against Atlanta on November 12th. But I know if you look at his career numbers, he does do pretty well against the Hawks. 20 viewers in here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows every day. I answer every one of the questions in the chat, so if you have a question, hit me with them. But we're going to revisit Boston once we get a starting lineup goes. But Luke Cornett, even Sam Hauser's going to look good too. He's going to play extra minutes tonight. And looking at Atlanta, nothing's really standing out for me for Atlanta. Vic Krejci and MMEs. Trae Young, MMEs. He's always in play for me. He's a player I'm not going to take out of my player pool like ever. Okongwu's been balling lately. Definitely a viable play. Happy to have Okongwu in my lineups tonight. His price has risen, 5,800 for him, but his last 2 games he's dropped 51 and 44 fantasy points. But we do have Jalen Johnson back tonight, and I assume that's going to cut into his minutes. But it won't be anything drastic. He's still going to split the center minutes with Capella. But just as a whole, they're getting more and more healthy, and just nothing really standing out for me. Moving over to Golden State taking on Washington. Draymond's actually grading out as my best play on the board right now by value. Happy to get to Dre today. Don't mind him at all. Steph Curry's always in my player pool. Never take him out. I do not play Dennis Schroeder when Steph Curry is healthy. Like, I just don't. He does not perform when Steph's on the floor. I will say, though, Washington really struggles against the 2-guard, so he could be viable in MMEs today. Yeah, I know, Don. Below Colaby grading out as my best Washington piece today. Never thrilled about playing Bilal, but MME play. Yeah, Jalen's cleared to play. Trace Jackson Davis, just not grading out that well for me. Don't mind him in an MME, but Andrew Wiggins, little bit intriguing to me today. He is pulling a lot of ownership though at 34%. Draymond back's going to allow him to space the floor more. And I don't mind Wiggins, but that 34% is hard to swallow. I'd only want to be around 20%. Buddy Hield, I think, is getting a bit overlooked. Only pulling 9% ownership, has exceeded value at this price in 5 straight games. Has played 29 or more minutes in 4 straight games. Happy to be over the field on Buddy Hield today, guys. I don't know why people are not looking towards him, but I like Buddy today. Even if Buddy only plays, say, 25 or so minutes, I'm still happy to have him at only 5,200. Over... Stop! My cat just knocked one of my other monitors down. Go, cat. Sorry, guys. Kyle Kuzma. I hate playing Kyle Kuzma. He's like Zach LaVine. He plays basketball when he wants to. He's in play in a MME, but I would not touch Kuzma in a single entry. If they're going to stay in this game, they're going to need Jordan Poole, and I don't mind rostering him. I really don't. I think my cat has broke my monitor now. Just a second, guys. Sorry. Apologize. And knocked my monitor off the stand. Anyway, Jordan Poole, if they're going to be in this game, they're going to have to, Poole's going to have to perform today. I like him as a low-owned piece. He's only pulling, well, he's pulling more than I thought. He's pulling 14% ownership. So, I'd want to be around 10% today. Then, really, everyone from here down, I have no interest in at all. None of these guys intrigue me today. Let's move it to Cleveland, Minnesota. Why can I not find Cleveland? There they are. Oh, yeah, my cat knocked my camera over too. Sorry. God, I swear I have the most annoying cat in the world. Mike Conley's still going to be starting. Good value. Told you to play him yesterday. Decent value. He didn't quite meet value, but he done enough where he didn't kill you. Kind of the same deal today. Don't expect him to score 30 fantasy points by any means, but he's just value. You know he's going to get the minutes. Jared Allen, going to be a core piece for me today. I love Jared Allen today. He is taking on Rudy Gobert, who's been horrible this year. And even if Evan Mobley plays, I still love him. Mobley is questionable. If he misses, wonderful. But if Mobley plays, I still like Jared Allen. Jaden McDaniels, he's always in my player pool consistently. Just a good value piece. Has exceeded value at this price 2 games in a row. I'm happy to have Jaden McDaniels in my lineups today. I sure hope so, Ada. I need it, brother. Rudy Gobert, his price keeps falling because he's just playing terribly. But at 6,100, I don't mind having him. Really don't. I think Darius Garland is playable, 7,400. Don't mind him at all. Has met value 2 games in a row at this price. Naz Reid, I feel like is going to have to be on the court a lot today. They're going to need Naz's defense. 5,700 feels cheap for a guy who has just played great lately. I fully expect 25 plus minutes from Naz today. Really like him. Julius Randle's fine. Don't mind him. Anthony Edwards, he's not grading out well, but with no DiVincenzo on the floor, he's really going to have to score it every bucket. So, I like Edwards today. I think he has a big upside today. I hate the matchup, but he's going to have to do everything. Naz's core for you? Yeah, I really like Naz today. Don't really have any interest in Evan Mobley if he plays. He is questionable. I would just still prefer Jared Allen today. Donovan Mitchell, not there today. Not there. Nickeil Alexander-Walker absolutely killed me on DraftKings yesterday. I was in takedown territory, but he was my value piece and just bombed. He's going to get the minutes again today, but he's just not a guy I can trust. He played 27 minutes yesterday and scored 10 fantasy points. I think if Dean Wade is starting today, sometimes he starts, sometimes he doesn't. But if he is, I think he's in play as a cheap value play. Rob Dillingham got 13 minutes yesterday. I expect similar numbers today. And he's just a deep GPP play. Nobody else I'm really interested in, though. And let's move it to the last game of the night. Very intriguing game for me. Starting off with Fred VanVleet. Fred's just too cheap in my opinion. Happy to get to Fred VanVleet at below 7,500, and he's 7,200. So, really like some Fred. Jalen Green has just been out of this world the past 2 weeks. I expect regression soon, but I'm going to keep playing him till the wheels fall off. He's not a core piece for me, but I really like some Jalen Green today. Scoot Henderson should continue to start. Denny is still doubtful. That was yesterday. But Denny is still doubtful. Scoot should continue to start. Only gave us 27 fantasy points 2 days ago when he was core. But honestly, that was enough at his price. Really love some Scoot today. Happy to have a lot of Scoot Henderson. Only pulling 7% ownership right now. I think that is entirely too cheap for him. I'm going to be way above the field on Scoot Henderson today. Sengun, absolutely playable today. Happy to have him in my lineups. DeAndre Ayton is questionable. I'm not going to have much Ayton at all, even if he was playing. You think Jeremy Grant's back? I haven't read anything. All I've heard is he's still questionable. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing about Grant. Yeah, he's still questionable. But even if Grant's back, I have zero interest in him, and I don't think he gets full run. I think he's going to be on a little bit of a minutes limit. Amon Thompson was downgraded to questionable in the middle of today. I do not expect Amon to play with that midday downgrade. So, Kamara's fine, Sharp's fine, Whitmore's fine, Dylan Brooks is fine. Really like Tari Eason. We're probably not going to get the Amon Thompson news before 8 o'clock Central. We're probably just not. If he misses and you are on Tari Eason, I think he has huge upside. I think they're going to loosen that leash a little bit on his minutes limit. I expect him to play 27, 28 minutes if Amon misses. Really like Tari Eason as a different play today. I say that, but I look over and he's pulling 14% ownership. That kind of blows my mind. No interest in Grant, no interest in Denny if either one of them play. Cam Whitmore is almost always good value. I love Cam's game. Banton, I think, is fine as a deep GPP play. Mixon scored. Yeah, I had no Mixon. Thank you for updating me, though. Chris Murray, no interest. If DeAndre Ayton's ruled out, I really like Robert Williams, aka Time Lord, if he's starting. Only if he's starting. Him or Dua Breath, one of the two. Then really no interest in any of these other guys. I think Jashin Tate's a baller that just needs to be traded somewhere else. He needs to go somewhere he can play. That's all for the FanDuel side. I'm not going to give the core yet, though, until we get the starting lineups from Philly and Boston. We'll go over DK and then we'll give a core for each of them. I know you love Time Lord. I know you do. But once we get those starting lineups, we'll be able to give a core out. Moving over to DK, where looks like I don't have my DK projections today, but I think it's pretty obvious that Line Star thinks Luke Cornett is starting, which I do as well, but I want confirmation. We're just going to go position by position over here since we went over every game. Mike Conley, 3,400. I can already tell he's probably going to be a core piece. He's just too cheap of a value play. It really opens your lineup up. Drew Holiday, even at 4,800, I don't have a lot of interest. Just be a GPP play for me. Steph Curry looks good. I'm fine with him. Vic Krejci, more of a MME play for me. Fred VanVleet, little more expensive over on DK, but I still don't mind getting to him. Darius Garland's fine. Dennis Schroeder, no interest with Curry on the floor. Shaden Sharp's fine. Halliburton, fine. Not interested in McConnell or Ty Jerome or Karis LeVert. Gonna love Tyrese Maxey if we get Paul George ruled out. Trade's just a little too pricey for me with Jalen Johnson back. And nothing else really sticking out at point guard. Let's move it over to the 2 guard. Jalen Green looks good at 7,700. I don't mind him. Kelly Oubre and Eric Gordon, both of them are gonna look great if George is out. We're just gonna need to see that starting lineup before I can determine the Sixers I really want to target. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he is only 3,200, but he just sucks at basketball. Paul George, if he plays, I like him. Moving down the line here. Buddy Hield, I still really like over on DK. I just think people overlook Buddy. Not interested in Corey Kispert. Really like Jaylen Brown over on DK. 7,900 just feels way too cheap for his upside. Ant's fine over on DK. And nobody else really sticking out. Small forward Jaden McDaniels, 4,200 is just so cheap for this guy. That's great value. I like Jaden. Happy to have him in my lineups today on DK. Not really interested in Tatum, but the matchup is really good. Not interested in Keyshawn George. Every time I play this guy, he's ass. Not interested in Mathurin at 5,900. Wiggins at 5,800 is pretty cheap. I like some Wiggins there. Justin Edwards, if Paul George is out and Yabasule's out, Justin Edwards is going to look good. Cam Whitmore is always in play. Sam Hauser, I think he's going to look a little better. At power forward, Najee just looking fantastic. Happy to have Nas today. Draymond Green, same deal. He was my best graded value on FanDuel. He still looks even better on DK. Siakam at 7,500 is very cheap. Don't mind that price at all on Pascal. Talked about most of these guys. Not really interested in Julius Randle. Nobody else really sticking out at all. Let's move it over to center. Luke Cornett, probably going to be your best value. Going to be a core piece for me when we get that lineup. Kevin Looney at only 3,100. He may not see big minutes, but he's a 1.24 fantasy point per minute player over his last 5 games. He does not need many minutes to pay off a $3,100 salary. Very intriguing. Okongwu 4,800 is just really cheap for a guy with his upside. And if you guys heard me about FanDuel, I love Jared Allen today all over him, and I love him on DK too, where he's even cheaper. 5,500 feels super cheap for Trace Jackson Davis. Happy to have him in my lineups. 5,200 super cheap for Rudy Gobert. And I hate rostering Rudy, but that price is just too cheap, man. Not really interested in Thomas Bryant. Miles Turner, just GPP. Same with Capella. Sengun looks good. And then, of course, if Yabasule's ruled out and Drummond's starting, Drummond's going to look good. And we won't know before lock, but Robert Williams going to look great if Ayton is to miss. So, we're getting news. Oh, there it is. Paul George ruled out. Yabasule has been ruled out. Let's see if we can get the lineups now. That's all we're really waiting on. If you guys have questions, hit me with them. But here is the news. Yabasule and Paul George ruled out. Just waiting on those lineups to come in. I already had that pulled up. Linestar still got... Okay, they updated here. Yeah, they're expecting Cornette to start. That's what I thought. They haven't updated the Paul George and Yabasule yet. Maxey and Oubre are going to look fantastic. But if you guys want to start building, I'm just a free resource here for you. Robert Williams is literally completely unowned right now. 2% owned. Because we just don't know. And then studs ownership, Tatum 9%, Sengun 19%, Trey 16%, Maxey 17% right now, that will increase. Steph Curry 26%, Ant 26%. Amin Thompson I don't expect to play, but he's 13%. Tyrese Halliburton 14%, Jalen Green 9%, Jaylen Brown 25%, Fred VanVleet 22%, Spida 10%. People sleeping on Green. Who, Jalen Green? People are always sleeping on Jalen Green for some reason. Maxi, Fred, Oubre, Brown, Tari, Bilal, Najreed, Allen, Cornet. I like that, Chubbs. I actually really like that. Oh man, don't remind me of that guy. God, dog, man. Ruined my night. He did. Conley, Ant, White, Jalen, Wiggins, Johnson, Cornette, Reed. What Johnson, Don? Because I don't like Jalen Johnson tonight. I'm afraid he's going to be on a minutes limit. He's been out quite a while. Come on, give us the lineups. Here's your most owned to least owned players, by the way. Just leave that up until we can get these lineups and I can get a core put out. Yeah, I don't really care for Jalen Johnson today. All the time he's missed. Let me take a look at it. I got it pulled up on my other screen. It's been out since January 3rd, so pretty much 2 weeks. I mean, 8,400 is cheap for him, but I'm just scared he's going to be on a minutes limit. I would not say any more than 28, but you never know with coaches nowadays, man. I got him projected for 28 personally, and I thought that might be a little high. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows every day. Join our Discord. It's completely free. Linked in the chat, linked down below in the description. Free to join us in there. You can ask me a question at any time in there. Looks like Drummond is going to be available to play. So, thinking about it, Drummond's going to become intriguing, but I just don't think he's going to be better than Cornet, honestly. Cornet's probably going to be the best value on the slate. Maxi, Fred VanVleet, Kelly Oubre, Jalen, Tari, Blonaz. Yeah, I really like that. Really like that, Chubbs. I knew you were going to ask for his ownership 8. I knew it. It's like if a player is coming off injury, 8 has to play him. He's 7.2% owned. Allen is 12% owned. Come on, give us those lineups now. There it is about Drummond. SGA questionable for tomorrow. I I'm gonna send out some updated projections here in a minute too. Yeah, I really like Jalen. I do. I can't play those guys coming off injury like 8 does. He's a wild man. Best power forward on the slate for DK. Have to move off Johnson. My favorite power forward on the entire slate is pretty much a tie between 2 people on DK. And we're not talking value. We're just talking up straight up. It's gonna be. Well, never mind. He's not. I forgot he was at power forward on DK. He's only center and Jared Allen. But it'd be Draymond Green. I really like Dre today. Like Dre a lot. What do I think of Spider? I think he is not a good play today. I don't really care for Spider. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, 8. I will say I definitely weigh a lot more when someone has a bottom, like from the waist down injury, knee, ankle, foot, or an illness, something respiratory. I weigh that a lot more than I would like a hand or a shoulder. As it sits right now, I don't like Justin Edwards, but I fully expect that to change when we get the starting lineup. I think Edwards going to see meaningful minutes today. My boy's starting. Who, Ricky? Oh, shit, they are starting Ricky. God damn it. Why are they starting Ricky? Oh, Maxey, Gordon, Oubre, Council, Drummond. Jesus Christ, what kind of starting lineup is this, guys? What is this shit? I truly thought they were going to go Maxey, Gordon, Oubre, Justin Edwards, and Drummond. But they threw Ricky Council in there for some reason. Why do they do us like this, guys? Why do they do us like this? I gotta give my projections a minute to update. This is wild. Okay. We got the Sixers lineup. We got the Celtics. It's Holiday, White, Brown, Tatum, Cornette, just like I expected. Hawks gonna start Young, Daniels, Krejci, Johnson, Capella. Pretty much what I thought. Oh man. The only reason the 76ers are starting Ricky Council is because they know I just love Ricky Council, and they know that I'm gonna play him. No matter how bad he's gonna play, they know I'm gonna play him. Golly, man, why Ricky? Pacers starting Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner. It's pretty much who we thought. How am I treating Rob Will? Right now, I expect 8 in a set, and I expect Robert Williams to start. But I still do not think he's going to be a better value than Luke Cornette today. But I got our core. I got our core, guys. At point guard, it's going to be Mr. Maxey. It's going to be... You just can't get away from him. At 2 guard, I know you guys are gonna hate me for it, but 3,800, he becomes such a great value start, and it's Ricky Council. Small forward, it's gonna be Jaylen Brown. Power forward is gonna be Jarrett Allen, and center, I hate giving you guys a center, but for me it's Luke Cornett today. He's the best, gonna be the best value. Let's run it and see what we get here. I'm gonna post that in the Discord. Hey, I needed that. I needed that Kelsey TD. Thank you for letting me know, buddy. Alright, see what we're getting here. So, I haven't taken Amon Thompson out of my player pool yet. I do not think he plays. Let me take him out and see what we're getting after that. Okay. This first lineup, I immediately love this first one. I mean, in addition to the core, I get Fred VanVleet, Jaden McDaniels, Kelly Oubre, Pascal Siakam. Like, I'm very happy to run that today. Like, yes. Brown, Tatum. Like, I really like the way we're going here. Happy to run these. I mean, you guys are gonna hate it, but my DK core is gonna be similar. First core piece on DK is gonna be Mike Conley. He's just too good of a cheap value today, in my opinion. He is. Next core piece is gonna be Ricky Council. 3K flat man for a starter. You just can't get away from it. Luke Cornett at center. I think he's got to be your first center on DK today. Might be a day to run two centers, honestly. It honestly might. Then my last piece is going to be, where is he? Jalen Green at the 2 guard. Just put him at guard. Jalen Green, 7,700. It's just far too cheap for him, especially if Amon misses. I mean, just too cheap. Let's run it and see what we get, and I'll drop that in the Discord, and then I'll answer y'all's questions. I mean, you can just see we're getting whatever we want now with this cheap core. We got Tatum and Curry and Fred VanVleet and Draymond in addition to it. Like, very happy to run this. Really love this first lineup here. Really love it. Alright, let's see. Point guard on FanDuel for 7,500 or less. It's Fred VanVleet, and it's not close. Potent. I mean, Fred VanVleet's grading out as like my top value on FanDuel for point guard. Check my DMs. Let me see it. I actually really like that, Shannon. I'm wondering like how the hell you afforded all that. That's a solid build there. Yeah, you got a question mark in Sam Hauser, but I kind of like him as a value today personally, so don't mind that at all. Cam Whitmore's ownership. Cam is 3% owned right now. 3% owned. Of course. But, you know, those question marks are what win tournaments. They really are. If those question marks pop off, you're looking good. Holy crap, I didn't realize what time it is. It's 5:42. I better get my lineups made. And I need to get these projections out to you guys. we go. The updated projections are out. Look at our ownership again. Curry plus Justin Edwards or Fred and Oz for me. Much safer in my opinion. Question Conley or Cornette? Cornette. And it's not even really that close. Yeah, I like Allen. Of course, pal. I do think Justin Edwards is playable. I think he'll be the first guy off the bench. I don't really have anyone else for those big man spots. Maxey, White, Green, Council, Wiggins, Shakama, Alan Cornette. Don't really care for White today, and I have no idea who Shakama is. Oh yeah, Siakam's solid. spread by a mile, Chubbs. It's not even close. I think he's fine, but not starting is not a good sign. But I believe he'll be the first guy off the bench. So he is risky, but I think he's definitely worth consideration today, brother. Your Discord's down. What's your name in Discord, Shooty? Shooty. Sharp or Bilal? They're grading out about the same for me. Let me look at their ownership. Sharp 12.4, Bilal 16 points. It'd be Sharp for me. Seaboys 2K. You're not even a premium member. The core's posted in the premium. You can rewind the video if you want to. I don't care. Getting way more Dennis Schroeder than I want. Yeah, I like Draymond today. Draymond always scares me because he's so foul prone. Well, not really even foul prone, more like getting ejected prone. He's got anger issues. I think 1 is far safer, Chubbs. I would prefer 1. Yeah, I like it, Power. I do. I like a Congo today, but I am a little worried if how his minutes are gonna look with Johnson back. Like, he's gonna get minutes, obviously, because he splits with Capella. But I feel like with Johnson being out, he's got an extra minute or two. But we'll see tonight. Yeah, Hollywood's just... he hasn't really been incorporated into that team the way I think he should be. Okay, I got my lineups done. I'm just here for you guys now. You got questions, hit me with them. That is what I am here for. 8 minutes to lock, guys. So let me know what questions you have, and I'm happy to help you. Either Jaylen Brown or Tatum are gonna pop off today. I'm leaning Brown, but I still like Tatum. So getting either one of them's fine. I like them both. That's right, 7 minutes to lock. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows every single day. And we just got news. Draymond Green is available to play. So, he is questionable. Questionable no more. Join our Discord. It's linked in the chat, in the description, completely free. You can ask me questions in there at any time. Before I put my lineups in, I forgot to check if I had enough Buddy Hield. I probably didn't get any of him. I did not. Damn, I wanted some Buddy too. Oh yeah, they're best friends, Don. Didn't you know that? I like to hang out in the locker room. Oh, I did get Buddy, 9%. Okay. That's another thing I'm worried about with this game. You know, you already got to worry about Draymond getting ejected, but then you see, oh Lord, this game is against Poole. Yikes. Four minutes to lock, gents. They're pretty good, Power. But I think what's even more powerful for Kansas City is the referees. Oh, did you play Mahomes? It's just so ridiculous, dude. Like it's so blatantly obvious. I played 2 tight ends today. Alright guys, we're locked. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Hope to see one of you guys take down tonight. If you have any questions, join our Discord. It's completely free. I can answer any of your questions in there. With that, I'm out of here. Good luck. See you guys.